take off on a dime.
Yeah. See, I was a sprinter, and I hated running for like maybe longer than three minutes. Like any type of endurance, like I could not cross country. I didn't even think.
I love cross country.
I didn't even think about cross country, dude. I wouldn't even think about it. I just hated running for a long period of time. But now that I've gotten older, I'm like, you know, I don't know. As kids, you play a lot, right? You get your energy.
Well,
out,
you've got that.
Like,
you've got that endless amounts of energy when you're a kid.
Yeah.
When you're grown up, your body's thriving to just keep going on its daily basis.
Right. But if I'm cooped up all day working from home or in a workshop and I'm not moving a lot, I come home and I'm like, I gotta do something.
Right.
Because if not, I'm gonna get freaking huge. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna gain.
And not in a good way.
Right. I'm gonna get fat or obese or whatever you want to call it. And if I offend you, I'm not sorry. I am sorry.
Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
But yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from because, like I said, I gained 16 pounds and I lost 5 pounds of it recently. Mm-hmm. And that was not the healthy way of doing it. I didn't realize it. And then now I'm just like, I'm going to do this because y'all are doing the Spartan races. And Taylor keeps on asking me, like, are you going to do it? You going to do it? I'm like, maybe. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of running.
Yeah.
But man, if you know anyone who wants a Ninja Warrior, I'll go.
Come on.
I mean, I'm going to try it.
So submission videos for this season, because you have to fill out an application and then film, like, you know, your daily routine with your job and also what you do for training for American Ninja Warrior. And you create all that and put it in a 3-minute video. You fill out the application, create your video, and then you send it all into NBC and pray and hope they call you in a month later to be on the show. That deadline was like, I think it was last week. So this is going to be season 13 of American Ninja Warrior. I'm going to try out for the next season, which is 14. That way I give another year of training for that specifically. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'll join you with it.
It's tough.
You have to show me what I have to do exactly.
A lot of people don't understand how much grip strength is involved in that. It's ridiculous. I mean, you're hanging.
I didn't do grip strength. Because I have to carry. I already carry. I do grip strength because being at, like I told last episode, being at that different where I start out my weights. Like a lot of guys, they'll start out with 30-pound dumbbells. Well, I can't start out with that because I don't get an actual warm up. So I've had to work on my grip strength. So I mean, most days before I do anything, I just stand in the corner with 100-pound dumbbells and I just hold on. That's it.
That's awesome.
So I mean,
yeah, grip strength, dude. I mean. Have you ever been to a ninja gym? Like a Ninja Warrior gym, obstacle gym?
I didn't know that was a thing until you told me about that.
All right. What needs to happen is I need to take you so that you know what I'm talking about. Because legitimately, when you're on the course on American Ninja Warrior, you are holding yourself up for at least, I would say, give or take, depending on your form and how long it takes you to get through each obstacle, I'd say at least 3 or 4 minutes, depending, all right, on if you make it through the whole thing. So, rock climbing is, I feel like, one of the number one things to do as far as your grip strength, because you can start off as a beginner and you can start off on easy holds, you know what I mean? And then they get harder and harder. And that's the best way, in my opinion, to train for grip strength. And there's also at home workouts. They have I don't know, it almost looks like a little toy gun. And it's got a spring on it. And you can tighten it and you just sit there and you just crunch on it. You know what I mean? I do that. But it's
so do you go to this ninja gym or?
So I used to, but since I moved to
Plantersville.
Yeah, Plantersville. There's like nothing out there besides the gas station.
Yeah, there's no gyms.
Yeah, so I haven't been in a while, but I would like to get back now. They did shut down for a little while, but they are reopening.
You got a bunch of trees out there, just hang on to them.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I would like to take you though. That way you have more of a better concept of what, you know.
Because I mean, I see
a lot of fit guys go in there, but they don't last. They're good at lifting weights. They're super strong,
right? But
this is a totally different world.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just because you're super strong and you're a bodybuilder, that doesn't mean that you can go and swim in the Olympics. You know, it's like,
unless you're fucking Eddie Hall. Have you seen that guy? No. That dude's freaking fast.
But you know what I mean? It's just a whole different realm of fitness.
Right, I get that though. Yeah. Like like you can't take a bodybuilder and put him in calisthenics because there's a difference. Yeah. And whenever I was experimenting with workouts, I've done everything but the Ninja Gym because I didn't know anything about that until
it's cool.
you
It's cool
told
for
me.
Kids too because they have like birthday party rooms and all that.
That's
so
crazy.
if you have kids, I recommend that for a birthday party.
That's crazy.
For sure.
So they have like the walls and everything.
Yeah, and even for the kids too, they have like miniature walls and stuff like that they can do and play around. It's really cool.
So we're gonna start you out there, Sean.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna. You can just basically reach out and
take that one step and go, ha! Am I doing it, Dad?
Turn around and laugh at the kids.
Look at you! You'll never get to this.
But some of the Ninja Gyms they're reopening. I don't know, the whole COVID situation. It's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, I mean that's putting a lot of businesses down.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But hey, it's gonna come back up. It always does. Just gotta give it some time.
That's right.
And we're gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
So you are gonna compete this next season.
Not this.
Not 13, but 14.
13 is the next one coming up, and it's coming up shortly. But then 14, I'm gonna apply and hope I get invited. So they only invite 100 people each city. So
each city.
Well, each state basically, and they only go to 6 different. They'll go to California. They'll go to maybe Texas. Let's say where we're at. They'll probably go to Miami. They'll go to Washington, and I don't know, maybe Philadelphia or something. You know what I mean? Those 5, and so they're only going to call 100 people each one. So they're only going to call 500 people. And I think there's over 150,000 people that apply for that. So it's almost like hitting the jackpot. Plus, you have your fan favorites that you automatically know. So if they come to Texas, I already know Daniel Gill and like a few. I'm not going to sit here and name all, but I know if they're coming to Texas, at least 15 or let's just say 20 fan favorites in this region are going to get called. So basically, there's only going to be maybe 70 to 75 people of new people that come on, but that's rare because they like to have a lot of fan favorites. But you have to also keep in mind if they come to Texas, you have Oklahoma, Louisiana, you know what I'm saying, New Mexico. You have those people that they're going to call. So they're probably only going to call 20 people from Texas, 20 people from. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So out of crazy. That, you know what I mean? Like. That's hard.
So it's like an every season thing you have to apply. Basically.
You have to apply to get on the show. Crazy. And back in the day, you could walk on. And that's how I got on the show. My first season, I camped for 4 days in Dallas, Texas to get a spot to run. And they basically, they call them walk-ons. And they take the first, 5 to 6 people in line, and they run them in the very beginning as test dummies, so the 100 people that actually got the freaking call can watch and see what to do and what not to do. And it also gives them the camera crew, I guess, the opportunity to get the cameras in position, but your run counts. So you're a test dummy, but it counts. So technically, so the first 5 will run in the morning, and then at the very end, if they have a little bit more time, they'll run another 5. So technically, they run 110 people. So that's your only other option. If you don't get a call, you have to camp out. So the first year I did it was season 6. I camped out for 4 days. Season 7, I tried to camp out for 4 days, and I didn't get a spot. I was like number 20 in line, and they only ran 10 people.
Damn.
So then I drove to the next city that they went to,
which
was Kansas City, Missouri.
And
I literally threw everything in my hand. I knew they were going there next, so I beat them there. And construction and all that was like setting up everything. I camped out for 10 days, all right? And I got my shot then. And I was number 6. So they ran the first 5. And then at the very end, they had time for me. And then I ran. And now they got rid of the walk-ons because there's so many people camping out. And
right.
So now it's like a lottery.
Because there's like a winning, right? You win like what, 20 grand or something?
No, it's $1 million. Or it was, yeah.
Dang.
Unless they change it. Yeah. If you won the show, you get $1 million.
So wait, winning the show, it's like you have to beat the time.
So they have, like I said, they have 5 different regions, right?
Right.
They take there's 2 nights in each region. So if they come to Texas, and I get a call, and I run the first night, and there's 7 obstacles. I run the first 7 obstacles. The last one's a warped wall. I hit the buzzer. that guarantees me a shot for the night number 2. The second night, what they'll do is they take the top 30 people from the first night. So say 15 people hit the buzzer. Well, the other 15 that got the furthest, the fastest, get to go the next night.
Oh, okay.
So they take the top 30 to the second night, and you got to run those exact same 7 obstacles, and they might tweak it, make it a little bit harder. And then they add, after the warped wall, they take the buzzer down, and there's another 4 more obstacles after that, and they have a buzzer at the end of that. So you run the same obstacles on top of 4 more, and then you hit the buzzer. And they take the top 15 to Vegas. So each region, they get the top 15, and they all go to Vegas for the big finale of like Ninja Warrior. And you have 4 stages there. And if you can't fall. If you fall, you're done. You know what I mean?
God.
And there's only been, I guess, two winners. Well, technically now 3. Because last year they had to change it up because of COVID. They had everything. Instead of going to Vegas, they had everything indoors. Instead of going to different cities, they just had everybody go to indoors. And those few people, I think it was like 100 people. I'm not sure because I wasn't there. I think it was like 100 people that they called to run indoors, and the grand prize was $100,000, I believe. And my buddy Daniel Gill won that. But it was a little different because of whole COVID, right?
Right.
And they didn't do like the walk on. They didn't do, from my knowledge, and they didn't do.
Well, they're probably not gonna run the walk on back.
They probably won't. But what they did was a lottery. So if you didn't get the call, you would show up at a certain time at that city location, and you would put your name in a hat, and the producers would pull basically like 15 or 20 people out of the hat, and those were the walk-ons. You feel what I'm saying? Which is cool, so you didn't have to camp out for 10 or 20 days.
You just
but at the same
up.
time, hundreds of people will show up at that same day and time hoping to get, you know what I mean?
Right. That's crazy. That's a lot harder than UFC, because UFC, like, you literally just, you continue fighting and you're getting paid while you're doing it. So, like, there's no non-profit thing there. You're getting money to fight. And then hopefully, like, the only thing that's different is hopefully there's that one guy there that can get you into UFC and goes, hey, I like what you do. We got you a fight. And then you have to agree with it with your coach and your team, and then you go. Right. From what I understand. I never went that far into it. I wish I did, but I didn't.
Basically, you just got to get a lot of W's under your belt. You
don't have to get W's.
Really?
Because a lot of times, like, people go, oh, it's tapping out and it's, knockouts that win the fights. It's not. Sometimes you have those 2 guys that just are constantly evenly matched. At that time, it's about the point system. That's why there's judges there in boxing, UFC, whatever else you want, Bellator. It's never really a fight to the death. It's, if you get knocked out, you're done. If you submit by tap, then you're done. But if you, and TKOs, which is, that's different. That's about, like, let's say I kicked you in the temple, but you're not there, but the ref calls it. It's a technical knockout. Right. And then, then you'll win that one. But if you and this other guy, you're going at it, and the judges go, okay, we're going to go by the cards. What they do is they basically...
How many punches you land, how many...
It's all about form. Yeah. And it's crazy to say, and I don't want to say there's like, the sun is right over your head, so you're looking like, oh.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Jesus loves me.
Jesus loves you. And he's just like, maybe one day. But no, like...
see your halo.
But yeah, if you get to the cards, it's all about form. It's about strategy. It's about punches, yes, but not so much what you think. Like, oh, he landed 17 punches out of 100. No, it's how were the punches performed. And also your performance, too. How did you liven up the fans? Were they paying attention to it? Were you in it or were you out of it? Yeah. So there's a lot of different things into UFC and fighting in general. Okay. It's not all about going there and kill him. It's about going there and kind of liven up the fans like WWE is. It's all about making the fans, reading the crowd, basically. Yeah. What they like and what they don't like.
Put on a show.
Basically.
Yeah, but like
because what you realize is you're on TV.